Here we go, we're live.
Please get
Chaf
this out of here.
Beis, Amid Beis.
It's dangerous.
Oh, those are great chips. Ooh, so much oil. Geweldig.
That's why they're good.
Chaf Beis, Amid Beis, Chaver. Here we go. Anaya Mishnah, Anaya Succah, a little bit more Sukkah dik, the covered Purim. Here we go. Says the Mishnah. The voice is still recovering, Chaver. Take some time. He says, Succah if you make a sukkah on top of a wagon, and these are all those picture books and little things we made as kids, but now maybe we'll actually understand what's going on.
Chabad does it this way.
Chabad.
Exactly.
Listen, this is we're just going to show all the pictures. B'reish Hagala, Gala's a wagon, and then we move on to a beautiful yacht, Chevra. Maybe this year we'll take a Chalamai trip.
Oh,
This looks enticing. Maybe I see him on Sukkah, Sukkah on the yacht. Le'yadeya. We'll have to talk about that. Okay. Top of a boat. Ksheira, it's kosher. Number one, it's kosher. Number two, va'aylin la biyamtiv. Not only is it kosher, the oilin, and you could go up. You let it go up into it on Yom Tov. Okay, interesting. Let's see further and we'll get more clarity. If you make a sukkah on top of a tree, oyal gabi gamol, or on top of a camel, for those who their imagination, that part of the brain is still a little bit, not working so well. So that's a tree, Chevra. If you're not sure it's a tree, you shouldn't be driving. And that is a camel. That's a camel. Looks like a nice Purim costume. Okay. But in these cases, if it's in a tree or on a camel, ein oilin la b'yantiv. You're not allowed to go into it on Yantiv. Why not?
well, same reason because of Shabbos.
Everyone together,
Can't
let's
ride
look
an
at
animal on
Rashi.
Shabbos.
Very good. Everyone, let's look at Rashi.
You'll break a branch.
Is 5 lines from the bottom of the Amud. Rashi says, "Te gozer barabanan." It's a gzeira derabanan. The rabbis enacted te'ein oilin be'ilan. You're not allowed to go in a tree. Ve'ein mishtamshin boy, and you're not allowed to be mishtamish. You're not allowed to use it. Why? Shema yitzloish. You might crack off a branch. So the sukkah is kosher, just not for Yantif. For Cholamayid, Gamel as well. So Rashi doesn't explain Gamel. Very good, but it's the same gzera. Because how do you ride an animal? You take a stick and whatching. There you go. You make that. Although I don't know, camels. I don't think they. Camel? Yeah.
No.
They don't, right?
Mouth.
Maybe back in the day they used sticks. I don't know.
And not break the stick.
You might break a branch and hit the animal with it. That's why you're not allowed to go on an animal. Animals are muksa. So that is a tree and a camel. So we have 2 categories in the Mishnah. Category 1 is the boat and the wagon is kosher and you could go on it in Yantif. Category 2 is the tree and the camel. It's kosher. You can't go to Yantif.
And even a spin on Shabbos,
No.
you're only allowed to go on it if you were before
Very good, very good.
Wednesday,
Very good, very good, very good. So Rav Shashi's bringing up that a boat is not so simple. Mirz Hashem, when we take the Shtieble trip to Alaska, it's not so simple. You have to be careful what day you get on the boat. It's not nishta pasha nezach. But we'll get there. It's a good question. Shnayim be'ilan v'achas b'yadam. Now your imagination has to get a little bit geshmak. You have 2 walls that are made out of the Elon. And 1 wall is made by a person. Or, Shtayim b'di adam v'achas b'Elon. This picture is atrocious. Okay? I don't know why they make the picture this way.
Why is this different than that?
I don't know why they make the picture this way. Okay, let's forget the picture book for a moment. Let's use our brains. It's very simple. 2 walls, shtayim. 2 walls are made out of a tree, and 1 wall is made out of a person, a regular wall. Shtayim de adam v'achas be'ilan ksheira. But Ein oilin la biyantif. Why not? You have 3 kosher walls. Because part of your integral sukkah, how big does the sukkah have to be? No. How big? Not 3. Don't say 3.
2 and a quarter.
2 and a bit. 2 and a bit. Very good. 2 and a bit. Hay. 2 and a bit. 2 walls and a little bit of the hay, the leg, that's the bit. So you have to have 2 and a bit. So if part of your integral sukkah is a tree, then...
You know what to do. You're saying...
Yeah, but it's difficult to see. I think...
This thing is still hard.
I don't like this picture either.
No, they're saying it's leaning on the branch.
Can we see it on Zoom?
Oh, I can show it to you. Yeah, it's not
The
fair.
2 walls
I'm busy
leaning on the
talking
branch.
that busy talking about
That's
it.
no good, is it?
1 second. I think this... 1 second. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. We'll show you the picture.
Meaning not that the wall is made out of the branch.
Yeah.
It's leaning on a branch.
It's being supported by the tree. Shtayim be'ilam v'achas b'dei adam. So one of the supports is by b'dei adam. We're gonna have to see exactly why we're drawing pictures this way. We'll get there. Shtayim b'dei adam v'achas b'ilan. Good. Then that is kosher, but you can't go into it on yantif. Shalosh b'dei adam. Ve'achas be'ilan. Now everything is good. Ksheira va'oilin la biyantif. Zeh klal. This is the rule. Kol shehi notel ha'ilan. If you get rid of the tree, v'yachayla la'amoid bifnei atzma, and you're able to stand by itself. So now we see why the pictures are drawing this way. Because it's standing with the tree, then Ksheira va'oilin la biyantif. What does the Zeh Klal come to add on? What does it come to add on? It just repeats the din in the Mishnah. So it could be the Gemara is going to discuss it. I don't remember. But I saw on the bottom of the Mesifta they said something very nice. In all these pictures, let's say in this picture over here, let's use this picture and let's discuss this for 1 moment. If you see over here, you have 2 bidei adam and 1 by a tree. So what was the general rule? If you get rid of the tree, can it stand on its own? In this picture, if you get rid of the tree, will it stand on its own? The answer is no. It's going to topple. It's going to topple. Now, what if, is there a way to make 2 walls and it will stand on its own? Of course. Put it on the 2 sides. If I put the 2 walls on the side and the tree in the middle on the 3rd wall, then even 2 walls will be able to stand on its own. This is 2 walls on the side forming a corner. Then it's not going to stand on its own if we get rid of the tree. But let's say I made 2 walls like this with the tree in the middle. So the Mefarshim explained that's what this last line in the Mishnah is talking about. That 2 walls and 1 wall is not specific. It depends if it could stand on its own. So if 2 walls are made in a way that it can stand on its own, then not only is it kosher, oil and la biyantif. So again, we have 2 parts of the Mishnah, 2 halves of the Mishnah. Part A of the Mishnah is the difference between animals and boats. Boat, wagon, kosher, go up and tin on yantif. Animal, tree, kosher, can't go to yantif. Why not? Gezerah, you might break off a branch. Part B in the Mishnah is what is supporting your sukkah. If it's being supported integrally by a tree, what does that mean? Either it means the tree is the 3rd wall, or perhaps more precisely, it's an integral support, then you can't go up on yantif. Why not? Because that's called built on the tree. It's called built on the tree. Let's begin the Gemara. Good?
That's the answer to the Shtamshin boy though.
Correct.
What would you break if
The
it's
tree.
supported by 2 walls?
What's the Mishnah?
You're walking up. No.
You're not using the tree.
Ah, very good. I want to point out. Very good. Very good. That's a very important question. Once there's a Gzira D'Rabbanan, it's irrelevant. I think it's might answer your question also. Once there's a Gzira D'Rabbanan, it's actually irrelevant if you're really going to break up a branch. Lamashal. If I have a big tree trunk that goes up 100 feet, and then 100 feet up there's branches, and I want to go, and I want to somehow hug that tree and somehow shimmy up that tree on Shabbos. It's usher. What do you mean? There's no branches to break. Doesn't make a difference. Mishtamshin be'ilan is usher gezerah. Now, once they made the gezerah, it's usher in all cases. So you're right. What are you going to break? What's going to help you? You're just going to stop breaking branches? I agree. But once you're using a tree, it is forbidden. Mirz Hashem, when it gets nice outside, this is actually one area of Hilchos Shabbos, which is very important. When you're hanging out outside, you very quickly, everyone knows the story of the Chazon Ish, that he hung his coat on a tree, and he froze throughout the Rosh night, and didn't take off the coat. And then somehow, we lose our brains, and it's a Shabbos afternoon, and we get hot, we take off our coat, and we put it on the tree, and then what do? We take it off the tree. That's usher. But again, Mirz Hashem, in the summer when we're hanging out outside, we'll talk more about this.
All this takana is depending depending on the tree.
Good. How much the tree, no, a little bit better, how much the sukkah is depending on the tree. If the tree is ikar in the sukkah, then it's a bayah. Yes, what are you saying?
I'm saying it doesn't really answer the question.
Why? Why?
Who cares if the sukkah is supported by the tree or not? If the chashash is shemesh tamash boy, the chashash is also there even if it's not supported by the tree.
You're saying the other way.
Yeah.
You're saying
it's
even if it's not an ikar, it should be a problem.
Yeah.
So l'chayr, okay, we're gonna have to see, but l'chayr, the answer is just like what's called standing, what's called leaning. I think we spoke about this. I don't remember if we spoke about this here. But if I'm leaning on this table and if you pull away the table, I fall flat on the face, that's called I'm using the table. But if I'm leaning and you pull away the table and I don't fall flat on my face, I'm not using the table. I am leaning on the table. You're not using it. So too over here. If I have four walls and it happens to be a tree touching my sukkah a little bit, it's not going to pass on my sukkah because I'm not using it. So usage is defined by being an integral component of the sukkah. Let's begin the Gemara. Mani Masnisan. Who is the Tana of the Mishnah? Says the Gemara, Rabbi Akiva. The Tanya we learned in a Raisa. Ha'isa Succah Sabrosh make a sukkah on top of a bow. Rabbi Gamliel Poisel. Rabbi Akiva Machshir. So Rabbi Akiva is clearly our Mishnah. Because what did the Mishnah say? That making a sukkah on a boat is kosher. Givaldik. Now one Gishmak story. Ma'isa Rabbi Gamliel Rabbi Akiva. So I said we're going to take a Shtieble trip on a boat. Rabbi Gamliel and Rabbi Akiva did just that. Shaya B'ayin B'Sfina. They're coming on a boat, and it's Sukkos. So Amid Rabbi Akiva. Rabbi Akiva says, "Leifes mir Sukkos. V'asa Sukkah B'Rosh Hasfina." Because Rabbi Akiva holds it's kosher. Hulamachar the next day. Nashva it blows. Nashva ruach, the wind blows, a strong wind. And what does it do to the sukkah? Ve'akarta and akira picks it up. So the wind blows. Kol tov sukkah. Amar lo Rabbi Gamliel. Rabbi Gamliel turns to Rabbi Akiva and says, Akiva, heichad sukkah. Where is your sukkah? Now, exactly how to understand these Gemaras with Tanayim, jabbing each other in the ribs is always a little bit difficult. But that's the machlekes. Rabbi Akiva says it's kosher, Rabbi Gamliel says it's pasul. Why Rabbi Akiva says it's kosher and pasul? Stay tuned for tomorrow. For now, let's get a Geshmak Chazara on the Mishnah and the Gemara.